Welcome back to the channel, Guardians. You have probably vaulted the Verglas Curve exotic bow by now, which released with Lightfall and Season 20. I have been playing with it for a bit, and it complements certain builds very well in low-end content, and is very good in Gambit, but is left a little bit wanting in harder content. We are going to break down the weapon, figure out its kinks, whether you should even bother taking it into a Crucible match, answer the question of, is it viable in endgame content, and the best stasis setups to pair with it. Sorry Warlocks, you don't feature too much in this video. Blood, sweat and tears go into the making of these videos, so please drop a like and sub if you find this video informative at any point. Let's jump in. So, the Verglas Curve is a stasis exotic rapid fire bow. Getting kills with the weapon stores stacks of Hail Barrage that cap out at 5 stacks. By hip firing the bow, it releases stasis crystals, effectively freezing targets caught within the barrage. The more stacks you have, the more crystals are released. The more powerful the defeated combatant is, such as yellow bars, the more stacks are gained. Destroying the crystals and defeating targets with Shatter has a chance to return to Hailstorm stacks too. It seems to be random, and sometimes it just doesn't return the stacks. This catalyst is pointless if you ask me, not worth the early grind at all. It's already a rapid fire frame, and the catalyst on freezing targets with the bow decreases draw time. During gameplay testing, I did not find much of a difference between normal shot and a catalyst shot. That probably needs to be revisited at some point to provide a performance upgrade to the curve. That is it on a functional level. This bow is very basic, but interesting nonetheless. The good thing about this bow is that it synergizes well with certain stasis fragments such as Whisper Shards, which grants grenade regen increase on Crystal Shatter, Fissures, which increases shatter damage and radius, plus many more. You will not need Whisper of Rending, which increases primary ammo damage on crystals, as the bow is capable of one-shotting the crystals. There is plenty of build potential with this weapon in PVE for all 3 classes, but Hunters and Titans have it just a little easier than Warlocks. Warlocks, unfortunately, outside of their super, don't have a Shatter ability, whilst Hunters have Shatter Dive. While scoring stacks of Hailstorm on the bow, you can utilise the crystals whilst in midair by hip firing and shatter diving instantly, creating the base of a very decent ad clearing hunter build. For Titans, you have Cryoclasm. Using the Hailstorm exotic perk of the bow in front of you will allow you to smash the crystals an instant by sliding into them, causing massive damage to surrounding targets. With Titans also, you have the Tectonic Harvest aspect that grants stasis shards on Crystal Shatter, perfect for Titan stasis builds. During testing, I used this on the Hoarfrost Titan and it was very effective, especially paired with the Rime Fragment, which grants overshields when picking up shard. The weapon can also stun unstoppable champions in endgame content with its exotic perk, although it does require you to get kills prior. Going up 1v1 without Hailstorm stacks will leave you toothless, whilst in the current season, it can also stun overloads thanks to Overload Bow, but that may go away in future seasons. We've reached the midway point of the video. Still with me? Great. Consider dropping a sub to help expand the channel, and slap that like button if you're enjoying the content. Now let's take a look at its performance in core playlists. In PVE, Stasis got a shadow nerf recently thanks to the removal of certain armor mods. Elemental Shards, which used to convert your stasis shards into elemental wells, was removed entirely. Stasis is a shadow of its former self due to these changes, and with Light 3.0 subclasses now a thing, outside of Ozymancy Warlock, I would struggle to come up with a stasis build that I would use over Omnioculus Void Hunter, Starfire Warlock or Caress Titan. And this also impacts the bow's performance in endgame activities. In order for the curve to perform, it requires an aggressive playstyle as it takes a couple of shots to get kills in legend difficulty. However, when used right, it can be extremely rewarding and get you out of tight spots in a pinch. A decent option for stasis users, but there are better stasis weapons out there, such as Aega's Scepter. In Gambit, the bow paired with the aforementioned Hunter and Titan setups are pretty strong. I've seen a Massacre medal or 2 whilst playing around with it, shatter diving the Hailstorm crystals in the middle of the arena. In PvP, this gun sucks ass. No other way to describe it, I'm afraid. The bow requires a precision shot and a body to kill, standard for rapid fire bows, but its exotic perk, when shooting a Hailstorm arrow on direct impact, it only slows other Guardians, not freeze. It's not worth it, people. I was bottom fragging every single game until I took it off. Don't worry, Lemon Arc users, you are still the kings. Outside of that though, in lower end content and Gambit, this bow is fun and effective, but struggles a little bit in high end content, such as Master, and it's absolutely terrible in PvP. This weapon gets a solid 3 out of 5 on the Alchemist scale. That's it folks, this weapon is solid, but I do feel that with Stasis being a little bit underwhelming of late, it is outclassed by better options in the current sandbox. Drop a comment with your thoughts, curious to see your opinions on this weapon. Personally, it's fun to use in Gambit and Legend content, but outside of that, it's not that great. I would use Aega's Scepter over this all day long. Next up, we will take a look at the Regnant Grenade Launcher, going over possible roles to choose from plus much more. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for that sexy YouTube algorithm if you found this video informative at any point. This was Plasma Alchemist, your viewership is much appreciated. Until next time.